Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to Donington Park. The World Superbikes, MotoGP, Formula 1 have been here. Pretty much every man and his dog's raced here. It's a beautiful circuit. This is the infamous Craner Curve corner, which is, again, a renowned crashing spot for a lot of people. However, we will not be doing that this weekend. We're here at Donington Park, hoping it's going to be a good weekend. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out. One done. We had to set up changing the bike, so we had different springs put in, which helped massively. It gave me a massive confidence boost on the bike. The bike feels like it's on rails now, which is good. Now it's just down to me. Before, the bike felt a bit vague, a bit too stiff. It wasn't really, I didn't get much feedback on it. So now that we've changed the springs on it, definitely a lot more feedback. I'm not up to pace yet. I think I was like 40th, which obviously is good because we're in the top 40 to race. However, we need to improve on that lap time massively because, like I said, this is FP1. But yeah, the bike's giving plenty of feedback, which is good, which is what you like as a rider. But I think where I'm struggling is through Craner. The change of direction on the bike's a little bit slow, so we'll give that a go. We'll ask Dave, the suspension guy, see if he can tweak it a bit, and then yeah, we'll give it a go. Yeah, as of FP1, that's I'd say that's pretty successful. That was FP2 done. It went quicker, which is the main thing. I improved, so yeah, I'm happy with that. I think I went a second quicker, which is, well, a lot really, all in just the gear change. I went out on scrub tyres though, so I need to just adjust change the tyres, put a new set on for quality, and then get a slipstream, and I reckon I'll be alright. I think my fastest was like a 140.7, I think 140.6 might be different, I don't know, but yeah, at the time that was 38, but that was like 10 minutes in the session, so I don't really know after, because I came in when there was like 7 minutes to go, and then I went out to do a practice start. So yeah, it was good. I felt a lot more confident. The bike has a lot more feedback in it. So yeah, that's that. I'm flagging a little bit, a bit hot and tired because they made us wait in the holding area to make sure that our tyres had the tyre stickers on. So yeah, a little bit hot, but no, other than that, I'm happy with how the bike feels. I think we've got to a stage now where the bike's on point and we've not got any problems. So yeah, should literally be a case of putting a fresh set on and then hopefully getting into the 139s, 138s. But yeah, if I can get a toe off someone, I should be alright. Qualifying, so that's all we had today was qualifying. So we went out, so we banged in a new tyre for qualifying, and then once I'd gone out and sort of got a rhythm, the new tyre showed and it pulled through, so we ended up knocking 2 seconds off my lap time from yesterday, which is a lot of time. So I was doing 140s yesterday, ended up doing a 138.9, which can't complain at, because like I said, I was struggling to get into like below 140s yesterday. So new tyres helped massively. The suspension has worked awesome, so yeah, a lot more confidence. There's just a few little bits on the track where I need to sort of revise and slow it down a little bit rather than rushing into it, because I'm losing my exit, and obviously when you lose your exit down a straight, that's a lot of time. So yeah, other than that, I'm happy. The bike's feeling great, and obviously when you're watching this you would have already been, but thank you for all the supporters that have come, like local, because for some of you that don't know, Donington Park is my home round. I only live like 20 minutes down the road. So yeah, thank you to all my supporters, thank you to everyone that's come down and watched today. So yeah, we've got a race tomorrow. Unfortunately no race today, but race tomorrow early in the morning. So yeah, fingers crossed, see you tomorrow. morning. We're here at Donington again, obviously. So yeah, went out for a warm up. I only had like 8 minutes, so not a lot of track time to be fair, but just getting into the swing of things before the race. I went out with Josh, tried to stick with him. He went on the first walk, like on the outlap, he just went, and I was just like, I'm not even going to try and keep up on the outlap. So yeah, pretty good round up the outlap, and well, the first lap basically out the pit lane, and then yeah, got a few decent laps in, and then sort of kept a same distance with Josh all the way around, and then yeah, done the practice starts with him, and I pulled off quicker than him because he's the one that started in front of me. So yeah, fingers crossed we get a good start in the race, and hopefully we'll gain a few positions. So we're starting 39th, possibly 38th, depends, because someone's had an accident, so whether they can get on the grid, I don't know. There is a bit of chance of it raining today, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have rain, but we should be alright, hopefully. So yeah, if it is raining, we're a bit screwed, but if it isn't, we're going to be perfectly fine. So yeah, I'll see you for race 1.
No.
Right, so race 1, didn't take the GoPro with us, but Lil got some videos on the phone as you've seen. Basically, we went out, it rained, and then it was sort of like, it was declared a wet race, but then the rain stopped, so we're like, sweet. Went out on dries. I started P38. I think by the end of lap 1 I was up to like 20, well, towards the mid of lap 1 I was 25th, and then someone crashed. I think it was Reese, but hope he's all right. But yeah, there was quite a few crashes. I just made like probably 10-15 places on the first lap, which was pretty sick. And then yeah, the red flag came out, so then we all came in, changed. Well, no, we stayed on slicks because it was, as you can see, it's still dry. And then we went out to do 2 warm-up laps because they'd basically shortened the race due to the delay. So yeah, two warm-up laps. We did the first warm-up lap, went to McLean's, and the water just absolutely came down. It just rained and rained and rained. I was fully cranked over, obviously, on cut slicks, and it wasn't going to end well. So I sat up, nearly ended up on the grass, but so did everyone else, to be fair. We came in and then they cancelled the race because in the rule book you're supposed to go out on what you started on. However, literally everyone came in, and I was like, I'm not even going to entertain the idea of sitting on the grid because it's just going to get cancelled because everyone's come in. So I think there was only 6 people on the grid ready for the restart. So yeah, but yeah, basically our race has now been delayed till the end of the day, so it's currently about 1 o'clock. I was going to say, Lil, if you just want to pan round, see over there, it's not even that, like, it's not going to rain, I don't think. Over there, that's what we've just had in the background. That's what we've just had rain-wise, but yeah, it's yeah, we're now at the end of the race, so I got myself all psyched up, ready to go. Got probably one of the best starts of my life, and yeah, got red flagged. So yeah, hopefully the rain stays away now for the rest of the day. That should have been it for rain, and then yeah, we go ahead with race 1. So yeah, I'll see you in race 1. Race 1 done, kind of race 2, kind of race 1, one of them weird ones. Race 1, the start of the race wasn't great. I didn't have as good as a getaway as I possibly could, because in the first race I ended up going from like P38 to like P27 in the first lap, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, the second race didn't get as much as a jump as I'd like to have, and yeah, struggled with getting the bike off the line basically. But yeah, it went all right for the first opening lap. Just picked a few riders off as I could, and then was behind Josh Proudfoot for a bit on the fracture yam, and then passed him, and then kind of got my own rhythm for a bit, and then got passed by someone, and then they made a mistake into the chicane, pushing someone across the gravel. It was pretty insane, and then he jumped back on in front of me, and I was like, well, this is crazy. But yeah, the race pace was good. Then onto the last lap, Josh Proudfoot started pulling away a little bit, so I was just trying to keep up, but the tyre absolutely like finished. There was nothing left on the rear tyre. So then going into the Melbourne Loop on the last lap, Rossi Brown, I think, come up the inside of me, sort of fishtailing in, and then he went in, sort of blocked past me, so I just thought, sit the bike up, get the drive, and then going into Goddard, sort of just literally braked as last minute as I could. The front was all over the place, the back was skipping a little bit, but I made it stick, and then just, yeah, went for it and across the line in P27, which is the best result I've had in BSB, and probably the best race I've had just ever, whether it's club level or in BSB. I was just battling most of the race or trying to chase someone down, and it was enjoyable. The 10 laps went quick, whereas normally, like at Thruxton, the 12 laps we did was, or 14 or whatever it was so boring and slow. So yeah, that was race 1, and I shall see you when we get back home. We're back from Donington. Yeah, what a weekend it was. Going into the weekend, we had a few different changes on the bike. We changed the springs in the bike. I went out in FP1. Instantly, the bike was 10 times better. I could ride the bike, I was comfortable on the bike, and I was going into corners a lot quicker than I normally would. I was carrying a lot more corner speed, I was getting on the gas early just because I had that feedback through the bike, so instantly I felt good going into the weekend. Went out for qualifying. Again, I'm never a qualifying man, so I ended up qualifying really far. I think I was like 39th. I was within the qualifying time, which was good. Again, top 40 go for, I think there was 42 of us, so I was in for qualifying, which was good. Went to obviously line up for the race. The race got delayed. It was all a bit manic, a bit chaotic, a bit strange, a bit weird. Yeah, we went out for race 1, and then Reese high-sided through the S's, which brought the red flag out. And then when we came to restart, it rained, which then put us back later on through the day. So after getting hyped up, ready to go, to then not being hyped up, ready to go was a bit weird. We lined up on the grid for the race 1, essentially the second start, and it went really well. I made up a couple places just on initial from the start grid to turn 1, and then just plucked away, and then I think we ended up coming 27th. But yeah, the bike was great. The only thing that let me down was the tyres. Just I'd used up all my tyres early on in the race to make up them positions, and then I started sort of slowing down towards the end of the race. I think we was doing like 140s, so it was like a second off what I was doing, well, 2 seconds off what I was doing in qualifying, which was a bit weird, but I think it didn't help with us being set back to the end of the day. Obviously people on worn tyres, because I'd done qualifying, warm up and the start of race 1, and then obviously the second start on the same set of tyres, so they'd been through like 4 different like track sessions basically. So yeah, I was just hanging on for dear life. But yeah, P27, best result in BSB, and probably the best race I've ever had, because I was in a battle constantly. I wasn't sort of getting dropped, or I wasn't passing someone and then gapping them by like loads of time. Back and forth, which was good, with Josh Proudfoot, Brandon Keane, Rossi Brown was in there as well, Sam Green I think was there, Wes as well. We were all sort of together in a group, which was good, which sort of kept the race going for us. Like the 10 laps that we had went really quickly, so yeah, really happy with that. Probably the best weekend I've ever had, and especially with it being a local track, I literally just came home every time rather than having to go to a hotel and be away from home for ages. I was at home every night basically, so it was good to do that. So yeah, thank you to everyone that came to watch, all my sponsors, JNS Accessories, TP Remapping, Time is Money, and then Blue Motion as well. Thank you for giving me the bike and sorting everything out for us for the weekend. So yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.